Wow, what a game.
The boys are back in town. This is Alireza Firouzja versus Hikaru Nakamura with the white pieces. They're the blitz beasts of the world. Look at that. Top three, only along with Cagnus Marlson sitting at the top there. Now this is Title Tuesday, March 23. Yes, I'm digging up some old games because they're classics and I love them. It's blitz chess, 117 moves of drama. Fasten your seatbelts. Hikaru kicks off here with pawn e4, a Sicilian defense from Alireza. d4 now played. This is going in for the Smith-Morra gambit, also known as the Alapin, but Alireza declines the extra pawn. Boo! He develops his knight into the game. Hikaru thrusts forward, kicks it, then recaptures the pawn. He decides to go with the queen. Could have gone with the pawn, different game. Knight attacked, defended, knight f3 develops, knight c6, queen under fire, centralizes, and now a great move. You can go d6, undermine the pawn like this, but f5 played. There's a tricky move already. What happens if you go en passant? The French way of taking the pawn in passing. Well, then you help black. You activate the knight. Queen hit. Not ideal. So here Hikaru drops. Hang on, isn't that positionally terrible? Dead bishop. But wait. Bishop e7 and g3. We can see where this rook is headed. Just kidding, the bishop's going there. So a5 now from Alireza. This is aggressive. Bishop g2 and b5 expansion. No bothering with castles yet. These guys make their own rules. Now what if queen takes pawn? Bishop a6, that is a sniper and a half. You're not castling for a while, loads of compensation for the pawn. So it wasn't touched. Hikaru goes castles, queen b6 very natural, rook d1, bishop b7 and bishop g5. You'd love to exchange these ones. Get into this tender square. Tender as a broccoli that's been overboiled. So it wasn't played, the exchange on g5, bishop c5 instead. And the bishop's quite secure there. No b4 coming. Pressure on the king. So what does Hikaru do? Quality grandmaster maneuvering. Knight e1. Leaving this one at home, but keep your eye on it. It becomes the star of the show. And now castles, knight d3, bishop hit. So now it drops back. We do see an exchange. Knight recaptures and a4, undermining the chain, nibbling away like Bugs Bunny. We're rattling through. It's lots of moves. Smash subscribe if you love this pacey chess content. Helps me out. Thank you very much. We see takes on a4. The b2 pawn now under fire. That's why Alireza opens up that b file. So the pawn not immediately recaptured. Knight d2 played instead, heading for c4. So rook ac8 covers. Now the pawn was captured, but it wasn't best. It's a tactical mistake. Hikaru should have first moved this rook across or something, because Alireza's got a tactical shot. Can you find the move here if you want to pause and look for it? So the move that Alireza plays is rook takes on c3. What a thunderbolt. If captures not played, the knight takes and you fork these two pieces. Queen goes, you pick up a rook, you're what, 2 pawns ahead? Doing great. So instead we get knight c4. The queen slides into b5. The rook now under fire. The knight under fire. This one's hanging though. It's so tactical. Now we do see this pawn take on c3, but Alireza does not play the most obvious knight takes on c3. Crazy tactics for a blitz game. Now surely you do this. Looks amazing. But here's the follow-up. You can go queen c2. Now you cover the rook. But hang on. Can't you just take that rook? Then you go knight d6. Double attack plus the bishop here. How do you hold everything together? Can't go there or bishop takes. Queen b6. You win here. Knight still hanging. Crazy, crazy tactics. So after this one here, where are we? You'd have to go bishop g2 first. Just a whole different game. But white was still in it after knight takes on c3. So instead, we see Queen takes on a4. Different variation altogether. This knight's hanging, so knight c5 opens the queen to defend it, but also forks these two. So now queen b5, we see knight takes on b7, queen recaptures, lovely sniper for Hikaru, and now again there's so much going on here. You know, why not go say rook a1, target this? Playable, yes, but knight e3 played instead. Huge pressure on the centre, c4 coming if you don't do anything. So of course, Alireza takes that pawn here. Now what's Hikaru's point? You've just walked into a fork. Well, he takes the queen, of course. This is why Alireza gave it up, because he's getting this one back with check. Apologies if you can hear background noise. It's dinner time. Kids are kicking off. I've got to get through this recording. We need to see how this exciting game ends. King f1, scurrying from the check. Now knight c3. Rook hit, but this pawn drops. So Hikaru's a pawn down, but look how active his pieces are. We get f4 played. Pawn recaptures. Knight g6 to win that pawn back, but f5 from Hikaru. Cracking open this structure here. But more great play from Alireza. They just know what to do, right? He takes the pawn on e5, hits the rook, it moves. Now rook f7, check. Does Hikaru want to repeat? No. He picks up on e6. He needs to win. They're both in a tournament situation, chasing first place. So knight d7 back, it was attacked here. Now rook e7, further attacks, and rook c7. Just keep attacking pieces. Wait for your opponent to blunder. The knight jumps to e4. Bishop takes. Now that was a good piece, right? But knights are tricky in blitz. They're both on seconds now already with like 70 moves to go. This game's nuts. Rook a7, the pawn is dropping. Knight f6, rook takes, and now Alireza finally tries to activate that rook. Rook a4, pawn h5, it is supported by the knight, covers g4, gives the king some room. King e2, king h7, and now watch how the players just slowly try and improve their pieces. Hikaru in the driving seat, of course. He's got the extra pawn, but it's doubled, it's an f pawn. How much progress can he really make here? He's gonna try. This is why it's a long game. Lots of shuffling moves, but keep your eye on this knight here. He wants to make his dad proud, the king. The moment is coming. Rook a5, and this little knight, the son of dad, is like, you know what? I'm going to go out there and prove myself in the big wide world. Knight c4 hits this rook here. It moves. Knight e5. Go on, son. Rook h1 hitting the pawn, and now the knight reaches the promised land. His dad looks over and's like, you did good, son. Not only is the pawn covered, but now rook a1 needed, because you're hitting the back rank. You're about to deliver a checkmate. So we see a check. Then this king comes here, and the knight must drop back to cover the mate. Another pawn drops. 3 pawns on 1. This game's exploding. Hikaru in control. Check. The king moves. King g8. We get another check from f8. The king drops back, and f4. Hikaru's got the extra pawns, but how do you crack through? Alireza's going to fight. King g4. Knight f6 check. Both players manoeuvring here. Hikaru even chucks a pawn just to try and get some activity with the pieces. And soon something special happens. It's on the way. They're both looking for tricks. But first, after this moment here, the king marching in, the pawn coming to f5, something special happens on the board. Andrea Botez turns up and starts busting out a DJ techno set. Both players loving it. They're into the beat of the kings here. The rook's moving. They're going for it. Alireza's got the Versace on. Hikaru's got the shades. They're up. They're dancing. Magnus comes and joins in. It's a full-on party entitled Tuesday. The players loving it. on their feet, giving it a jig. It's all going down, but the fun has to end because a pawn drops. The knight is under fire. Hikaru's brought his king around. What's he got in mind? Well, knight e4. That son needs to do some more work to prove himself to dad. The pawn covered by the rook now. King h7, king e6 played, rook h6 check, and king f7. Things are getting critical. This piece is about to drop. So rook h5 now played. Why? If you go knight f6, looks so natural, right? There's a checkmate in one with knight g5 mate. How cool is that? So it wasn't played. Rook h5, Alireza alerts the danger, hits the pawn, knight g3, hits both pieces. The level of chess is out of this world. Rook g5 now played. This knight drops, but hang on. Alireza has made a mistake. Hikaru has a final trick. What should he have done? Well, coming back here, rook h6 or knight h6, good. But this one played. Now we get the move, pawn f6. Never play it unless it's absolutely winning like it is here. Because if you capture that pawn, you lose your rook. It's a lost game. So g5 played, of course, to push the passed pawn. But now we get check. The king comes this way. What if it goes here? Well, now king g6, pawn is running. Say you do this and come behind. Well, now that's even a checkmate. Never mind pushing the pawn. That's just game over. So Alireza goes for the pawn push. We get these moves. This white pawn going through makes a lady. The rook's got to give itself up. But watch this for a finish. Can Hikaru come back in time here? We get to here. And now there's a great move for white. Another checkmate in one. Not knight g5. There's no knight on the board. It's rook h7 checkmate. And there's nothing Alireza could have done. If he carried on pushing the pawn, you know, coming back somewhere here, well, you just lose the pawn, right? It's game over.
Checkmate. Wow, what a game.
That is how it ended. What a game. Now on Friday, by the way, tomorrow, I'm launching the Epic Chess community. It's going to be huge. I'm doing a couple videos tomorrow going through what's coming, plus an evening video where I'll go into some more details. Hugely excited to bring that one along. I want to make it the best chess community in the entire world, in the universe. So check out that one tomorrow, coming very soon. And for another epic game of chess, have a look at the video on screen. Thanks very much for watching and see you soon.